What's up, people? Jade up here to talk about a little bit of this and that. First off, thanks to the thousands of people who've been tuning in to Pro Wrestling Talk Radio. If you haven't checked out the latest episode, make sure you click the link down in the description box. Check that show out. We talked about a ton of topics on PWTR, such as the recent WWE releases, Chris Masters, Melina, D.H. Smith, Vladimir Kozlov, also the controversy surrounding Gail Kim and her quote-unquote quitting WWE, and we debated about CM Punk, his current position in WWE, thoughts on this storyline that he's involved in right now. And we also talked about the possibilities of a WWE and Ring of Honor crossover and tons more topics, so make sure you check out PWTR, link down in the description box. Also, you can check it out on iTunes. You can go over there, listen to the show, even download it, and it's 100% free, so make sure you check out PWTR. On to Monday Night Raw and the contract signing between John Cena and CM Punk, the Undisputed WWE Championship match at SummerSlam. I really enjoyed the segment. It kind of started off a little bit rocky to me because, and I guess that was pun intended. It started off rocky because, I caught that right there. Yeah, it started out a little rocky for me with them bringing up The Rock's comments about Cena from a couple of weeks ago. And Cena and Punk, they basically took that as an opportunity to start bashing The Rock. And I was wondering to myself, like, are you really going to put the focus on The Rock now when you two are on the verge of what the announcers are talking about is going to be the biggest match in WWE history, the Undisputed WWE Championship match at SummerSlam, which The Rock isn't even involved in, yet he's still the focus of this conversation. It's like, this is the best time to be talking about him. But, you know, as the minutes started to roll by and the segment started to progress, things were really put into perspective. And basically, at the same time, while Punk was trashing The Rock, he was also agreeing with his assessment that John Cena was a phony, and Cena basically took everything that Punk was saying, threw it right back in his face, called him a hypocrite, talked about how he wanted to be called the voice of the voiceless, while at the same time he was trying to sell out, you know, all of these people for fame, fortune, money, and ice cream bars. And hell, I don't blame him, because, you know, those ice cream bars were good. I'll sell y'all out for some ice cream bars, you know. I'm just kidding. Anyway, yeah, it was a great segment. I really enjoyed it. Punk, he has this absolutely amazing way of storytelling. Like, he goes completely full circle with all of his comments. He started out calling Cena a phony, talked about how he came to California to be a bodybuilder. He failed at that. Then he wanted to become a professional wrestler, how Punk always wanted to be a professional wrestler, how Cena, you know, he won his first WWE title in California, and he won't be walking out of California with the WWE title this Sunday at SummerSlam, and he was absolutely amazing. And Cena, I loved when he basically embraced Punk calling him the New York Yankees. He said he may be the most hated in WWE, while at the same time he is the most loved, and I'm glad that he said that, because there are a lot of people out there. You know, you can have your opinions on John Cena. You're more than welcome to have your opinions on him. You can hate him. You can dislike him. Hell, I'm not even really a fan of John. I'm not a fan of John Cena. I can say that plainly. I'm not a fan of his at all. But I understand why he is where he is in WWE. A whole lot of people hate him, but a whole hell of a lot of people love him too. And that's why he sits where he sits at the top of WWE. And, you know, I respect him. I may not be a fan of his, but I do respect him. And I have to give him his props, because he's been really impressing me these last couple of weeks. He's been stepping it up in the ring and also on the mic. He stopped giving those repetitive ass promos he used to give each and every week. I'm so glad about that. I'm not quite at the point where I could call myself a fan of his. Who knows? Maybe I'll get there sometime in the future, but, you know, hey, who knows? But, yeah, and as far as, oh yeah, I have to throw this out there. I love the point where, Cena, he was talking about how he doesn't give a damn what the haters think about him, because he doesn't go out there performing for the haters. He performs for the people that love him. That was a pretty great line from him. And something that I have to say about CM Punk. I talked a little bit about this on the last episode of PWTR. A lot of people have been comparing Punk to Stone Cold Steve Austin, you know, saying that WWE is creating Punk in the mode of the anti-hero. And at first, I was seeing it, but now, nah, not really, because Punk is coming off like a heel to me. Like, he's basically coming off, some people would say he's a badass. I would say he's an asshole. Like, that's what Punk is coming off to me. And that's not me discounting his talent at all, because he's absolutely amazing at what he does. Like, he's getting me to the point where I hate him, and that's great for a heel to do. So he's amazing at what he does, but I'm not getting the anti-hero from him. It's like, you know, I want somebody to shut him up. Like, I want somebody to shove their fist down his throat. Like, really. And it's a weird situation for me to be in, because I'm the same person that cheered Randy Orton when he was going around kicking people in the skull. But with CM Punk, I don't know. It kind of seems like he does have a legitimate gripe with WWE. He's like the type of person, you're at an office building, and this guy, he goes in and week out, he's doing his job, and he always gets passed over for the promotion. Then one day he comes back and tries to burn the place down. Like, yeah, you did have a legitimate gripe, but you're going a little bit, you know, off the deep end, you know. And yes, what Cena was saying about him being a hypocrite, that's the vibe that I'm getting from Punk. And who knows if it's intentional or, you know, hey, I don't know, because Punk, he always plays these type of weird characters. Like, this is the same dude that was a heel when he was going around telling people don't do drugs. Like, this is a bad guy going around telling people don't do drugs, don't drink, don't do... So, you know, I don't know, but I am enjoying it. But as far as an anti-hero, I'm not really feeling it. But, yeah. And the segment, like I said, it was a great segment. It was really intense. And to my shock and surprise, like, all hell broke loose. Like, I'm not used to seeing that in WWE. Contract signings where all hell breaks loose. Like I'm used to contract signings in WWE being so peaceful and cordial and friendly. But in this one, there was like a physical altercation, people flipping over tables. Like, that's very uncommon in WWE. That was very weird for me to see. But, you know, I digress. Yeah, we have Triple H. He's going to be the special guest referee for the Undisputed WWE Championship match at SummerSlam. That opens up a whole hell of a lot of possibilities as to what can happen and, you know, the fallout from that. And I think that they have to do something with it. Like, they didn't do this for Triple H to call the match straight down the middle. Like, something has to happen. Let me know what you guys think. Like, I'm thinking that something absolutely has to happen. We have to see a turn on somebody. Maybe it's on Cena, maybe it's on Punk, and maybe that'll solidify Punk's status as to what WWE wants him to be from this point going on. But I could definitely see Triple H turning on Punk and, you know, costing Punk the match, because they've been already, you know, setting the building blocks, setting the stage for a feud between Punk and Triple H. So yeah, we'll see how that goes. But whatever happens, I will be in the building live and in attendance for SummerSlam. I'm leaving this Friday, heading out to Los Angeles. I'll be attending all of these SummerSlam Axxess events. This is my first time going to California, first time being this far away from Michigan, and yeah, my first time going to these WWE fan access events. I don't really know what to expect, don't know what the atmosphere is going to be like, but, you know, if I can, which I'm pretty sure it's a great possibility that I can, I'll be taping stuff and I'll be uploading footage to YouTube. So make sure you subscribe to my other YouTube channel, youtube.com/JDubShow. Scratch that, you're on JDub Show right now. Head over to youtube.com/JDub8907. Make sure you subscribe to that channel if you haven't already. Also, make sure you check me out on the social networking sites, facebook.com/JDubYT, and also twitter.com/JDubShow. That's the best way to keep up with me. I'll be letting you guys know what's happening live, updates from LA for fan access and SummerSlam, all of that good stuff. Really looking forward to SummerSlam. Can't wait for it. And speaking of things that I can't wait for, this Wednesday on the Sideshow, I will be joined by a special guest co-host, none other than Zenzo S27 from YouTube. He does wrestling commentary videos just like I do, and he also does a wide range of videos like comedy skits. He just made a series talking about, you know, TV shows from the 90s. If you've never heard of him, make sure you go check him out. Subscribe to his channel. He'll be joining me on the Sideshow this Wednesday, 6 p.m. Eastern Time. You can check out more information down in the description box. And yeah, a lot of big things happening for the Sideshow, for YouTube. Got the fan access footage coming, and PWTR, not to be outdone. This week I will be announcing the subject of our very first interview. So a lot of big things to look forward to. Told you guys, I'm going for world domination. World domination. First YouTube, now I'm starting to spread out, you know, taking over the world. One website at a time. So, yeah, thank you guys for watching this video. I am J-Dub. Peace out. On to Monday Night Raw and the contract signing for the what the hell is it called? Unified Undisputed, and I'm keeping that in the video. Undisputed WWE Championship match at SummerSlam between CM Punk and John Cena. They had a segment, contract signing. Did I just say that? Oh, Jesus. Damn, I need to start uploading videos a little bit more often. Whoa, I forgot what I'm doing.